Hey, I have a really busy day today, and my other days are quite a bit lighter, so we can circle back, but I'm just going to make this video for you so you can work on this before we talk. So I saw you make these corrections quite a bit, so just to reiterate, you need to recognize that what you're creating when you make that sweeping move is you're creating separation. You're creating separation between your toes, so the hip joints need to be opening, and in an effort to go forward, if you lead with that heel too hard, you're going to you're not going to be able to recover from that because we all have an end range of separation. So it was right when you were correcting into that toe. Notice that it's not closing this hip, it's actually opening that hip. And I saw some really good adjustments there, so continue to work on that feeling. Let me know if you have any questions. Here, I'll give it one more time, just from a lower perspective so you can see my feet. So you'll also want to recognize that the separation is why it opens. So notice if I'm just standing here, my hip joints are neutral. This would obviously close them, right? So the hinge closes them, which is interesting that a lot of people are suggesting that you should hinge. But regardless, I take a small step forward, okay, nothing happens. Take another small step forward, okay, and it starts pulling weight off my heel, right? So at that point in separation, then the hip joints need to start opening, okay? And as I get further and further and further, this for me is about end range because I can't really push past this. There won't be anything left for me, so if I get beyond this, now the weight of my back leg is going to get stuck. So the separation that we create on a line is called linear separation, and it opens the hip joints, and there is a max distance for that. So try not to get too overextended on that because the weight of the hips will then drop in a way that can't recover over the front leg, right? So if I got this far, my hips are too low to the ground, and I actually can't get past this, where I get to right here, and all of a sudden I can recover. So there is too far for separation. Okay, finally, excuse me. So when you make these moves, don't do anything with your arms yet. Okay, I would just keep my arms here. You could even practice doing this with something in your hand, like a med ball, even just holding your glove, or maybe even just clasping the hands like I'm showing right now. Okay, but you're putting effort into raising this arm up. I see you like this really quickly. Again, that's something that we need to get out of our shoulders. That's a big thing that's going to make a huge impact for you. So first, continue to work on this separation that like I talked about, but allow the upper half to stay out of the equation. And there shouldn't be any reaction like this because we're not allowing that to happen, right? So what would cause that to turn is the fact that the glove is pulling in, causing the backside to come through, right? But if there isn't that force coming back in, there isn't something causing that besides the hitting the ground, right? So it should be much more like this. Okay, I'll give you one more thing. You should be able to feel this as well. You can do this facing forward. You can also do this facing sideways, right? Of just holding the weight of the leg up and allowing that to carry you forward. So from the side, it looks like this. I hold the weight of my leg up in extension, and holding that allows me to move. If I just put it up and I just go forward, notice that splits my weight where 50% is back, 50% is forward. So you could also just practice holding, moving the weight of the hips, and then holding, moving the weight of the hips. It's like this. Holding, moving the weight of the hips. Not like this when we go sideways, my mistake. So if I wanted to do a little bit of just like easy work at the beginning without a big front leg move, I would just hold my leg open, toe extended like this, okay? And I would feel how that moves the weight of me forward, okay? And then I could actually practice throwing with that feeling. So as the weight of the hips come down, okay, that's going to make my shoulders go up, kind of like we talked about with a roller coaster. So you'll notice when I'm right here, now I would throw. And creating that space between those two things will be very helpful. So that's a good start for now. Let me know when you want to jump on a call and we can review as need be.